Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Taking a look at the markets right now, we can see a look here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin sitting at 44,173 and moving. So staying up there, nearing this major level, which is about 45.8, which needs to break. Looking at Ethereum sitting at 22. Both of those two have held steady, and it's been pretty much the other altcoins that have pretty much taking a dump after that massive momentum that we've seen coming in over the past couple weeks. Now, over this week, we have Solana pulling back 10%, XRP pulling back 8.6%, Cardano pulling back 13.96%, Avalanche pulling back 11%, and it's just pretty much every altcoin is just pulling back now. So really causing a lot of FOMO in the market. Everyone thought, oh, this was it, that was the bottom. And I'm looking at the charts and I'm like, this doesn't seem like, pretty much the start of a bull run. And I think what was said was, oh, this is the bull run's here. Go, go, go. FOMO. And the FOMO we saw in the Bitcoin Fear Greed. We saw that here, that everything was pretty much very positive. And it was about 70%. Now, with the pullback of the altcoins, now we're seeing the Fear Greed Index now about 48% neutral. This is when the mindset really needs to be there. It's really a shift, right? I know we talk about it all the time, right? You need to buy when people are fearful, and this is what I'm talking about. When things are pulling back, that's when you want to really start accumulating, and just it's a shift in the mindset, right? So everyone's going to want to buy when the fear greed was 70%. That's when everyone was FOMOing in. A lot of FOMO, a lot of buys being put in. Then when the pullback happens, like we're seeing, this is when people start, pretty much not jumping in, and then, oh my goodness, oh no, and then selling because they're scared, and just really have the long-term frame of mind, and also do the opposite of what the masses do. Okay, so we even have Hedera pulling back here at 0.078, pretty much 8 cents pulling back, and we have Caspa even pulling back almost 5%, and pretty much, like I said, a massive pullback. And we can see here on the charts. Let's take a look at the charts here. I really wanted to show you guys Bitcoin, and taking a look at the Bitcoin charts, we see here, you guys know what our charts have looked like. We've kept this on the screen for months now, and it's a little dirty, but it shows what we're paying attention to, right? So for us, we see divergence. I see divergence right here. I think we talked about it in the last video. We see divergence here, meaning I'm expecting a pullback down to this trend line. That's what I see. Now, the only thing that could change that is this Bitcoin ETF approval. And, with that being said, that would be the only thing that would change, and we would clear about 48.5, and it would pretty much just cause immediate FOMO. I think you guys saw a couple months ago where on Twitter someone wrongfully quoted, oh, the Bitcoin ETF been approved, and the market immediately just shut up. That would be the only thing that would prevent this technical scenario from playing out. Now, I know a lot of you guys been asking me about what my thoughts are on the Bitcoin ETF, and really my thoughts on pretty much the big players. And what I would say is pay attention to what they do and not what they say. Now, we have Jamie Dimon will be a prime example of this. Jamie Dimon here lashes out against crypto, right? He says, if I was the government, I'd close it down, right? And that's what he said. Meanwhile, you hear JP Morgan, which he is a CEO. He's the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, okay? Meanwhile, when that was said, you hear that JP Morgan joins BlackRock ETF. Big banks now outpacing individuals in Bitcoin adoption. Okay? Pay attention to what they do and not what they say. Okay? Now, as soon as he said that, I already know, pretty much probably the old timers or the people that take these guys at their word, saying, oh, see, oh, look, I told you. And, they're immediately going to jump down your throat and say, oh, that crypto stuff. Oh, my goodness. Yep. See, you got to stay away from it. And then you see how long, what is the dates on this? So let's say the dates This is December 6th. So a month later, you hear JP Morgan joins BlackRock ETF. So with that being said, I really think you guys, we should pay attention to what they do and not what they say. Going back to Bitcoin here, guys. For me, I'm expecting a pullback to the trend line. The only thing that would change that is any type of Bitcoin ETF approval, spot Bitcoin ETF approval. Let me preface that. There's not, not all ETFs are the same. A spot ETF approval would change that, catapult us, and just FOMO would erupt the market. That's what I believe. But anything that's not that, I would say this month, anything that is not that, because we've been through this before, right? We've been through this. Oh, we think it's about to get approved. Oh, delay, continuance, and really just not what we were looking for. So now we have a lot of players that are pending applications, still no approval. And for me, I still have my question: how do we get ETF approval with no regulatory clarity? But that's another conversation. So we'll see what happens. And I'm really paying attention to this divergence right here that I see. We can see it clear as day right here. I just want everyone to see, and I'll zoom in for you. This is divergence. Okay. This is clear divergence. So, we'll see what happens over the next coming weeks, but no Bitcoin ETF approval. And that means even if it's delayed, no ETF approval would be negative news, in my opinion. That is negative news. That would pretty much be a reason for us to get to this trend line for a third touch. And third touch, you see the other, I think you guys can see this. You see the other two touches that we have. Those are your other two touches. 1, 2. This third touch is decision time. Are we going to bounce or break? Wherever that is. So whether it's up here or, wherever that is, if it has to keep going, it has to keep going. But a bounce or break is what we're looking for at this trend line. We've been waiting for a while. This is the daily time frame. Same thing holds on the weekly. A little bit cleaner on the weekly, so you guys can see. And that's where we're at, and that's kind of what we've been waiting for as we go through analyzing and staying up to date with the TA here. So guys, I really am excited for this month. I want to see what's going to play out at this time. There's, I've read January 10th and I read January 15th, right? And we've been through this before. Okay. I've been in crypto since 2017. I've been through this before. Really not at this magnitude though. So people really gearing up and aligning with these ETF applications is huge. So super excited to see what is going to play out. But like I said, everyone, is paying attention to what they're saying. Even you can look at Jim Cramer. Okay. You saw Jim Cramer. You pay attention to what he's saying, but not what he's doing. Mark Cuban was another one. I think you remember Mark Cuban saying, I wouldn't touch Bitcoin. You've seen it, only to be heavily invested in crypto. Okay. So pay attention to what they do, not what they say, guys. That is really all I have for you today, guys. Hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.